Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be giving you some tips, tricks, and introduction to my upcoming video, the strategy that I'm going to be using in my upcoming video. It's a very powerful strategy. It's very effective. It's a strategy where you are starting with a 50 unit bankroll, and you'll be making 100% profit. Um, it depends on the time that you have to put out to play. It's not a strategy where you necessarily need to complete in a day or in an hour or two. Yeah, you can play it in a spare time. You can play it full time. It's a strategy you can continue on the next day. It's not based on tracking numbers. For example, you're tracking from 25 to 36 and it hasn't came for I don't know the past hour or so. You gotta sit there and wait until the third doesn't come in order to get a win. You're not gonna do that. It's something that you can you can stop and continue on the next time that you play. You just record your last outcome on the last bets and where you need to continue from. So it's very powerful. The way it works is in 7 steps. So I'll just give you a quick run through of it. Step one is going to be a single bet, and I say single bet because there are also levels that you're going to be playing. So on the step one is going to be a single bet. Step two is going to be a double bet. Step three is going to be a single bet. Step four also a double bet, and step 5 a single, step 6 a single, and on step 7 you're gonna have a triple bet. That's the last step of the progression. When you're on step 7, there's two things can happen. You can either win 1 unit, you can either lose 1 unit, sorry, or you can either win 5 units. So that's how the progression works. When you win 5 units, and when you lose a session, you lose only 1 unit. So it's very powerful, very effective. I will show you how to use it. It's very simple once you get the hang of it and you understand it. So it's basically there are only two double bets in the steps of 7. There are only two double bets. The double bets in the steps are step 2 and step 4. They are the only two steps that has double bets, except for step 7, which is a triple bet. All the other bets are single bets. So let's say you have played a session and you have lost the session. You have reached step 7 and you have lost. You're going to start at level 2, where you increase your base bet 2 units, and you go on and so on from there. I'll show you how simple it is, how it works, how fast you're going to recover when you're down. The only thing that can really hurt you using this strategy is the bet selection that you choose. So I recommend that before you play it, you check your last 100 outcomes, the ruler table that you're playing on. So for example, as you can see, the last 4 outcomes are red. So if I was to make my bet selection, I would go with the last outcome being red, uh, as it's on a streak. But we all know you get those red black streaks of sequences of numbers. They don't last too long, but they happen. So on step 1 we're going to be playing with 1 unit, and we can't progress to step 2 unless we have a win. So let's say we are playing on step 1 and we get a streak of 10 spins of red black uh, it's not going to really hurt us much because we're only going to be down 10 units, and if we get a streak of red or black, we'd fully recover. But if you see on the table that you're going to be playing on, the majority of the outcomes based on a red black sequence, then you should definitely choose that sequence as your bet selection instead of the last outcome. So always check in your last 100 plays and see what's the best bet and selection to go with. You can use the same strategy, but the bet selection based on whatever table that you're playing on, whatever the favors are on that table, you know. So if you see that table is playing streaks, you go with streaks. If they're playing a red black sequence, you go with that. If they're playing a high low sequence, you go with that, you know. But use the same strategy. As I said, it's very powerful. It's easy to recover. And when you're down, when you have a bad run, and let's face it, guys, you're always going to have bad runs. Nothing's going to be perfect. But I try to bring you the most powerful strategies and progressions that you can use. So I'm not going to tell you use a progression where you see, okay, you see four red came in a row on a streak, so black is definitely going to come. So you should place 500 on black because there's a very good chance it's going to come. I am not going to tell you that here. I make realistic videos, and seeing that red came four times in a row, there's a very good chance red is going to come again. So we can just have a spin and just see the outcome. If you're lucky, or if you are and red came again, so you would have been down 500 units. So don't make those type of bets. Don't make a bet where you use a martingale progression in any circumstances. Don't ever use a martingale progression. If for those of you not familiar, martingale is where you start at 1 unit, and if you have a loss, you double your bet, and you lost again, you double again, and you lost again, you double again. Within 11 spins of losing, you have a losing streak of 11 spins, you would have been down uh, over 2,000 units. Uh, that it just doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. The risk is too high to use that strategy for any circumstances. Even blackjack or cards or whatever you may be playing that has a even odds outcome. Don't ever use the martingale. Some people may tell you, no, well, you can use martingale, it's safe, but you gotta wait for red to come, for black to miss five times in a row, and then you gotta start it, you know. So as you can see, the last outcome, we got five red in a row. Now they tell you to start your progression from one, and you go to 2 units, and if you lose again, you double, you know. No, there's a good chance black could come the sixth time and you could have a win, but let's say you get a run of 15 red, you know, you're going to be down. In this circumstance, black came, but it's not going to always happen that way, guys. So you don't ever play that progression, martingale progression. I would if you do require to play that type of bets where it's simple for you to calculate and double and stuff, I would bring you future videos where you can use the martingale to your advantage, but you won't be playing it in this way, where in 11 spins you would be down 2,000 units. I would never give you that progression to use ever. So I will work it in a way, in such a way that you would be in profits and you won't be down uh, that much. You can use probably a $50 bankroll and make it work for you. You know, remember, if you're using a smaller bankroll, your profit's going to be smaller, but it's the obvious, right? You're using a small bankroll. You can't use a $50 bankroll, and at the end of the night, you're gonna walk out with $1 million. It's just not possible. So I try to bring you guys realistic strategies where you can use to make real money, real profits. I'm not gonna give you something that is gonna work a day or two, and then it's gonna fail you for uh, the rest of the year. So I try not to do videos like that, unrealistic videos. So we're dealing with real people who's placing real money on bets. So I don't want you guys to be losing. I'll give you the best strategies possible. If you're new to this channel and you like my content, subscribe to this channel. You can drop a like on the video if this video is helpful to you. You can check out my other videos where I use outside bets, and I use opposite betting selection. You can check those videos out. I hope it's helpful to you. If it's helpful, you drop a like. And as I said, if you're new to this channel and you like what you see, you can subscribe to my channel. I upload videos every other day, sometimes every day. It depends on the time that I have. So that's it, guys. You just gotta play smart. You gotta be disciplined. You can even start roulette with a $5 bankroll. Let's say you after you come home from work or whatever, you only got like an hour or two to play part time. You can use like a $5 bankroll and play on one of those sites where you that offer you uh, a penny roulette wheel, and you place your wager based on pennies, and if you make a profit of a dollar or two and you play for an hour or two a day, it's going to add up. The first step is going to be trying to recover your $5 wager, your $5 bankroll, sorry. And after you have recovered your $5 bankroll, it's safe back in your pocket. I mean, you can feel free to take any risk betting in the bets that you wanna try, or or wanna test out. You can take chances on those bets because there's no possible way that you can lose again. You already got back your $5 in your pocket. So that's the first step you're gonna look for, is to make back your initial bankroll. And after, let's say you started with a $5 bankroll, and after a week or so you have made 500 units playing part-time an hour or two a day. It's You have made 100% profits. You have made back your $5 bankroll. Now you play with the casino money. Basically, your profits is basically the casino money. It's up to you if you want to make risky bets or if you want to continue playing safe. And I recommend that you do play safe until you have a much higher bankroll where you can do more damages to the casino. So that's always the way to go. So you got to be disciplined. You got to treat it as though it's a business and you're not just playing for fun. Because I mean, if you're playing for fun and you're taking chances and you're covering 35 numbers and leaving one out, and the one number that you left out came, you're gonna be taking a hit of 35 units. You're not gonna play those type of crazy bets. I would never bring those type of videos here for you. Um, so I deal with realistic strategies, and I try my best. I'm open to suggestions and any questions that you guys may have, and if there's anything that I left out and I you're not fully you don't fully understand something, I'd be happy to clarify for you. Just let me know in the comment section. But I bring you powerful strategies where it can make you real money. Uh, Over time, I try to bring you videos where you can beat roulette in the long term, not just for a day or two. So you gotta look at it. It's all on the approach you take of playing the game. So, for example, let's just say you have a $500 bankroll. So you have this is your initial bankroll. It's 500. So you every day that you go, you're playing 5 days per week. Every day it's $100 bankroll. That's your stop loss. So you go on Monday and you made your profit of 100 units. So you have 100 units profit. I'm putting the profits on the 19 to 36 section, and your bankroll is on red. So you have 500 bankroll on red. That's your bankroll for the entire week for 5 days. So you go on Monday, you have successfully made your 100 profit. You go on Tuesday, you do the same. So you're on 200 profit for the week. Wednesday, you do the same. Now you're on 300 profit. Let's just say you go on Thursday and Friday, where you have lost your entire 100 unit bankroll, your daily bankroll, your stop loss, which is 100 units. Let's say you lose it on Thursday and you lose it on Friday. you know, you're still gonna be in a profit of $100 or 100 units, you know. So the whole idea is you're still gonna be in profit, you're not be losing. So in that scenario, you're gonna look at it as you're winning at 3 out of 5. If you're playing three times a week, and if you win 2 days and you lose one, you're still gonna be in profit because you have won 2 out of 3. So you gotta look at it that way. Um, but if you have a run of 3 wins and 2 losses, you'll still win. And if you have 2 losses, let's just say you're playing 5 days a week, you have your $500 bankroll. You have one Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So on Thursday and Friday you lose. So you lose on Thursday, you lose on Friday. Now you're at 100 units profit. You go on Saturday and you lose again. So you're breaking even. You still haven't lost the entire week. You still have your bankroll. You just haven't profit anything. But the next week you go back and you go again. If you lose, let's say the second week you go back, you lose on Monday, you lose on Tuesday, you lose on Wednesday. Then on Thursday and on Friday you win. So you win on Thursday and Friday, but you're still losing. You're losing the 3 out of 5. You're losing 3 and you're winning 2. So you therefore go for a best out of 7 days. You know, so you try to get 4 wins out of 7 days. So that way you're gonna be in profit. You know, so those are the different tricks and tips that you can use to always keep yourself in profit. Remember, don't ever use money that you can't afford to lose. Um, you got to play with the bankroll that you have. If you have a $50 bankroll, don't try to make bets. $10 wager here on a $10 corner here, or you make bets like you cover 19 to 36 and you cover the first dozen, where the only thing left open is 13 to 18, because chances are 13 to 18, and there's also the zero could come. That's 7 numbers that can beat you. So don't take those type of chances making those bets. As I said, if you follow my videos, you subscribe to my channel, I'm going to bring you powerful strategies that you can use. In my upcoming video, I'll show you exactly how you're going to make those profits. And I look forward to seeing you in that video. It's going to be coming right after this one. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this video is helpful to you, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one, guys.